if I gave you one more chance, can we go back again? Like, who hurt all these men? The control that these 8 men have over my emotions is just insane. Hello, friends. Welcome back for part 2 of my SKZ-REPLAY reaction. Just moments ago, I finished part 1 of my reaction where I reacted to the first 4 songs on the album. So Fam, and then the first 3 solos of Changbin, Lino, and I meant Bangtan, Lino, and Changbin. And now we're getting into the next 3 songs on the album. So Hyunjin solo, Han solo, Han solo, funny, and Felix's solo. Then the next part that I'm going to be filming at a later time will be Seungmin, IN, and then #LoveStay. So after that banger, I feel like Love Untold feels ballady. I think if we're gonna have those peaks and valleys of energy on the album, that kind of makes sense for this next song, especially with the name of the song, something a bit more on the emotional side. So let's go. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Not being able to say I love you. I don't want to fall. Oh! Oh my gosh. I need to go back to this line. After I became someone who loves you, I started to love myself as well. It makes me think of that RuPaul line, like, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? So maybe it was almost like it took loving this other person to make him realize that he did love himself. Oh, that's just so gorgeous. It hurts. Oh my gosh. This is so touching. I like the sing rapping. Ah! Oh my gosh, I have chills. Oh, I want to cry. This is actually just so incredibly touching, and just kind of like resisting this feeling that's like coming over you, this love that you have for somebody, and it just like bringing him back to this childlike state, saying wanting to breathe or wanting to be embraced. Maybe I was that little child. My tears that fall for you are hot as well. Your hand that was holding my hand is hot as well. Of just like all of these feelings and emotions hitting you that are making you almost like feel like a kid again, in terms of like everything just being so new, and this state of like not knowing. And would I be able to see you if I closed my eyes? If I opened my eyes, it was you who smiled at me, like, and this too, I resented myself. Myself in the mirror becomes faint and something warm flows on my hand. Just like, doesn't your heart just break for him? Like, you would hope that that self-love would come from within and that it wouldn't need somebody else in order for him to like feel that. But it's good that he's able to get to that point, especially if he's saying all these things about resenting himself. And that feeling definitely resonates with me, because like, I was that person. There are so many guys that I would date where I would just like, as soon as we started getting close, I would just like completely withdraw. And I would convince myself like, oh, I'm just bored, or like pick out some fatal flaw that told me like, oh, I can't be with him because of this, and just like make up excuses to break up with him because I was just so afraid of like getting close to somebody. And then it wasn't until I found somebody where I felt like I could be 100% myself and that I became friends with first and like had no kind of like dating like what's the word I'm looking for, like expectation, because I was in a relationship, he was in a relationship when we met, where I felt like I really was able to connect with somebody and like feel those things that for a very long time I convinced myself were just like friendship love feelings, but no. So this song really resonates with me in terms of the lyrics. But okay, let's continue. 차오른 감정에 눌리는 탓에 어느새 검게 섞여 물들은 때가 네 어쩌면 내 우주는 너로 인해 밝았고 그 속에서 난 미소 잃어본 적 없었어 근데 이젠 그림자 밟을 일도 없이 어두운 세상에 널 그리는 게 유일한 내 하루야. I love that metaphor. 어떤 사람이었는지가 궁금해지고 추억의 필름이 되감기듯이 다시 꿈을 꾸듯이 말린 널 잊을 수 있냐고. Go back, go back, go back, go back 다시 그때로 돌아갈 수만 있다면 널 위해 널 위해 널 위해 널 위해 살아가는 일분일 조락할 수 있을 텐데 날 사랑하는 사람 그 앞에서 널 사랑한단 말도 다 못해서. So those feelings of loss are really like creeping up. Oh, I want to hear your voice again. I can just feel my heart breaking in two. And then the clock ticking at the end. Oh, this is just so beautiful yet so heartbreaking. And I love being able to hear Hyunjin sing because I feel like the rappers in the group are kind of underrated singers. So I'm very happy that he got that opportunity. But at the same time, because of the lyrics of this song, it's just like, at what cost? And in a way, it's kind of similar to Lino's song in terms of like reliving these memories and like wanting to go back. Like this part, if I could go back to that time, like for you, I could save up minutes and seconds of my life. Like I would trade this time now to get some time back from then. It just like, it hurts. Just the thought of like, if you found your person and you've had to give that up, that just kills me. Like, it's just so beautiful. And I want nothing but the best for Hyunjin. So I hope he gets what he's looking for. But all right, let's move on to our next solo, which is from Han, and it's called Run. So I'm not too sure what he has in his mouth here, but I hope we get a bit of a pick-me-up after that last song. Or who knows, maybe we won't. And this is their sad boy era. But I guess let's find out. Interesting instrumental. 어딘가로 좁히 지금 당장 있던 내 모습은 어디 All the problems and a lot of things make me fool 날 겁쟁이로 만들었지 날 옥지어와 시계바늘 소리 점점 다가오는 듯한 저기 문틈 살 모의 낭만이 가득하고 자유로워 보이고 사방이 탁 트인 Let's be free 목격청 팔다리를 풀어내고 정이 터지도록 소리 질러 항상 잠재워왔던 내 상상을 일상으로 바꿔줘 This is an interesting vibe. Let me be free 내 발목을 잡는 족쇄야 이제 놔줘 Frowning. Relatable. Let's go to a place that's not suffocating. 덜 떨어진 모습 다 숨기고 run Another highway 목적지는 안정할래 그래 지구상에 나는 쉴 곳이 없을까 무작정 두 발로 뛰어나가지 계속 run This is interesting. because like based on the instrumental, you wouldn't think that the like emotion of the song is kind of more on the sad side, because it's kind of like upbeat and almost like a tropical vibe to it. However, it's a song about like wanting to escape and run, of like being free, running away to somewhere. Where is my proud self? All the problems and a lot of things make me a fool, made me a coward. It locks me in, the sound of the clock. It seems to approach me in between the door. So something is making him feel like tied down. And like, is it, you know, this lifestyle that he's living as an idol, of like having a really rigorous schedule and it's always just like go, 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 and there's like no escape? That makes me kind of sad for him, if that's true. Especially if he's saying he feels like a fool and a coward. Like, oh my gosh. The control that these 8 men have over my emotions is just insane, because I can just feel so deeply for all of them. Because even though, you know, we're not idols, like we can relate to a lot of the things that these different members are talking about in their songs. And I feel like this is a theme in like 3 Racha songs specifically. So I feel like Han's trying to tell us something here, saying, let me be free. This is what is stopping me. Let me go now. Like, ugh. My heart just breaks. I hope that he's enjoying this life, especially since I know that like sometimes social anxiety can be an issue for him. I don't know. I just want the best for all of them. And so I hope this feeling isn't like overwhelming and something that he doesn't feel all the time. But let's keep going. Let's see if the song maybe has a happy ending.
하는 대로 부르지 않은 내 피로 시겁해지 거울 속에 내 모습은 초췌해 다시 뒤로 mirror 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 매일 하늘을 다 물어 패스 싫어 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 necklace 언제부터 무거워 now
It really is a bop though.
쳐진 것 봐 now stop 잠시 넘어지자 아픈 척이라도 하면 앉아 있어도 될까 새롭게 시작되는 아침 누군가에게는 상쾌한 새벽 공기가 내가 무거워 잠들게 내 정신은 몽롱해 도통길 생각을 안해 너만 데려 깜빡 like the time warp 하늘 더 뒤로 떠나서 넓은 바닷속에 몸을 내던지고 싶어
Throw your body to the sea. Oh. This feels like eerie and dreamlike. Lots of like references to dreams in this album so far. It's almost like if you're not listening closely enough, you might miss the message of the song because of like how upbeat and like light the instrumental is. Because you almost just like want to bop along and dance along, and it's easy to kind of forget about the lyrics and what he's actually saying here. Okay, I'm so sorry. I fully talked over. I talked over the end here. Let's go back. Wow. So does it almost feel like that freedom is just out of reach for him? Oh my gosh. The hold that these men have on my emotions, like, it's crazy. But I do find it so fascinating, this instrumental that he's paired with these lyrics that almost feel like vacation-y. It almost feels like a tropical paradise in terms of the like little flourishes, but the lyrics say something very, very different, which is like a really interesting choice. I don't know, I just want them to be happy. Is that too much to ask? I don't know. I don't have much else to say about this other than I hope that Han Ji-sung gets the freedom that he deserves. Han gets to be free. Han Solo. Okay, so now let's move on to the final song that I'm going to be recording today, which is Deep End, and I already feel like I'm not ready. Because with a song called Deep End, like, this is going to be another sad one. I just know it. And I'm not ready, especially not after the 1-2 punch of Hyunjin and then Han. And I feel like I might just be an emotional wreck after this. Or who knows, maybe I'm just full of it and this is going to be this is going to be an upbeat, happy sunshine song like Sunshine Felix. Oh gosh, I don't know. Let's just do it.
Have you been? I guess you're fine. It's been pretty long since we've last seen. Honestly, throughout my life, deep inside, I never The way you used to touch my soul was always so sweet and lovely.
What?
How far apart we were, you'd always
Doesn't even sound like the same person.
I'm truly all alone in this world. I miss the way you felt so close to my bones.
Oh my gosh, chills everywhere.
I'm sinking in the deep end of just try.
This makes me feel like this is like if Billie Eilish was a man.
If you hadn't changed, then I'd still be by your side. If I give you one more chance, can we go back again? You made me
Oh my gosh. This feels like, again, like male Billie Eilish or like Joji, that Glimpse of Us song. Like, it's reminding me of that, but like with so many different levels and layers to it. Like it sounds almost like three distinct voices that are singing this song. It's unreal. Where I was just so blown away by the vocals. I was just like with Lino, like I was not paying attention to the lyrics at all because I was just so taken aback. Have you been? I guess you're fine. It's been pretty long since we've last seen. The fact that I didn't even notice I didn't even notice until now that this entire song has been in English. Honestly, throughout my life, deep inside, I never felt alive. Like, can they stop just breaking my heart into a zillion pieces? The way you used to touch my soul was always so sweet and lovely. No matter how far apart we were, you'd always pick up the phone. But now I'm truly all alone in this world. I miss the way you felt so close to my bones. I'm sinking in the deep end. I'll just try to cry myself. If you hadn't changed, then I'd still be by your side. If I gave you one more chance, can we go back again? Like, who hurt all these men? And how dare you? It's okay, Felix. I'll be here for you. I'll protect you. No one can hurt you. No one's allowed. But seriously though, like listen to this.
honestly.
This sounds like one person.
No matter how
This is a second person.
far
And then a third person. It's Felix, it's Youngbo, it's Sunshine. 3 different people. But okay, let's take a deep breath and try to continue and make it out of the song alive.
you made me feel as if we were complete. But now you're filled with nothing but conceit. The times we had together were bittersweet. I miss the days we used to laugh and you. The way you used to touch
This is
my
actually gonna make me cry.
soul.
Like, I feel it.
Kept me home. You'd always read my texts and ghost me like you wanted me gone.
What?
Now I'm
Who would ghost Felix?
alone in this world. I miss the way you felt.
Can we talk about this piano instrumental though? It feels like the ghost.
In the deep end of just try to cry myself to sleep. Please stop this pain. If you hadn't
Feels like a knife to the chest. That falsetto.
side, if I give you one last chance, can we go back again? Honestly, without
Oh my gosh.
my life, deep inside, I never felt alive.
Oh my gosh. No, this song can't be over. Oh my gosh, I just felt like on the verge of tears like the entire song. I could just feel it in my chest. You know, it's like when you need a good cry and it just feels like it's like on the edge and just needs like one good push for you to just like break. I feel like I was on that edge the whole time and just never got the push, which I'm thankful for because y'all don't need to see me break down on camera. But I feel like that was what was so powerful about this song, is it just like holds you right on the edge and just makes you hang on like his every word here. And I love how they use the different levels and, you know, ranges of his voice to touch on these different emotions. Because it feels like when he's pulling from his lower register, it's like yanking those emotions up like deep from within. And then when he's at his like medium range is when it feels like he has the most like conviction. But then when he's at his falsetto, his highest range, it feels like he's at his most vulnerable. And I just find that so powerful, the way that this was written and arranged. I'm just like completely and utterly blown away. Like what a song to end this on. Like, I just feel so privileged that they all are willing to put themselves in these vulnerable places and to share these emotions that they're experiencing. Because I think we all live in a world well, most of us live in a world where the men around us are not this accessible with their emotions. So for them to just let us in like this, it just feels so powerful. And I feel so grateful for their willingness to go to that place in the name of art. So like, seriously, thank you. Thank you to Stray Kids. And it kills me that I can't continue here and then I'm going to be ending it here. But I will be back in the next part with the remaining 2 solo songs, Seungmin and IENT, as well as Love Stay. So friends, thank you so much for joining me. I feel like I've been through the emotional ringer. All of this started with this wholesome song about all of the members and what makes them unique. And now here we are. Anyways, but I would love to know from you what your favorite songs have been, what your favorite solo songs are. And maybe I haven't gotten there yet. Maybe it's Seungmin's or IENT's. But I feel like this Felix one has to be at the top. And they all feel so different and they're all touching on such different things. So it is kind of hard to compare them, but the way this one just like penetrated my soul. I feel like I have to put Deep End at the top. And then I really liked Changbin's. I really loved Bang Chan's. I love them all, let's be honest. So yeah, I don't know. I can't pick a favorite, but I would love to know if you have a favorite. And I really just cannot wait to get to the next part. But in the meantime, I want to say thank you to my patrons for making this video happen. My patrons have access to weekly exclusive reactions. I have several Stray Kids reactions on my Patreon, including live performances such as their Kingdom performances, their Studio Tune performances. There's lots to check out there. Plus, they have access to my YouTube schedule and behind the scenes content. And then my $5 patrons have early access to my YouTube videos, the ability to vote on one video per month, plus they get a shout out at the end of every single one of my YouTube videos. So a very special thank you to my $5 patrons who are Isaiah Life, Catherine H, Dancing on Fire, MJN, Aaron M, Hope to Dust, Jazzberry, Jennifer O, JLA, Kirsten, Chris M, Leah B, Mila B, Nicey64, Sophia S, Tealed, Tiffers, and Vicos. If you would like to support my channel, you can visit me at patreon.com/laurenclaire. So until the next part, I feel like I'm just gonna go and cry, drown in a puddle of my own tears. I hope that you're all doing well, staying safe, taking care of yourselves, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.